In today's video, I'm going to be working on a craft project. It's not necessarily Christmas because I can use it all year round, but I will be decorating it up a bit for Christmas. And it all started because Olivia made me these little mice. She made me this little baby mouse, oh, I don't know, several months ago. And then she made the little brother. And then these were crocheted. And then she wanted to try her hand at knitting, and she found this pattern for this little Santa mouse. And so I said, hey, you know, it could be the daddy mouse just dressed up like Santa. And so then I asked her, can you make a mommy mouse? So she basically used the same pattern for the Santa mouse and made a mommy mouse, but she gave it eyelashes and an apron. So I thought, how am I going to display these? They're so cute, and I just want to display them. I'm going to figure out some kind of a hat to cover up the little Santa hat when it's not Christmas time for the daddy mouse, but I don't have to worry about that right now. I was looking around the house for something that would make a nice little house for them, and I found this. I think it's a hat box. I'm not really sure. I got it at an antique store several years ago, and it's just been sitting around. I've not really been using it for anything. My thought processes are, I can't decide if I want to permanently affix things onto this box so that it is their part of their home forever, like a diorama type thing, or if I want to do everything that I do in it be removable. I'm leaning towards everything being removable, at least for now, and then maybe down the road doing something more permanent with it. We'll see. So for that reason, I ordered these glue dots from Amazon. There's a lot here for used for many projects, but these are removable glue dots. So hopefully whatever I use them for, I'll be able to easily remove it. Now I do have glue sticks and a hot glue gun that I can use for other things that aren't going to be permanently attached to this this little hat box. If you hear that squeaking, that's Ollie playing with the toys as usual. And then I just went around and gathered up. I tried to get Oliver to stop squeaking that toy, but I haven't been very successful. Anyway, I went around and gathered things up from my craft room, just little odds and ends things. I think what I want to do is to make it look like have you ever seen the movie Borrowers? The Borrowers? The premise is it's little people that live in the baseboards of the house, and they go and they borrow things from the humans to use in their homes. So I wasn't, sure if I wanted to go that route where I just used like things from the house that, I don't know, I'm not explaining myself very well. But anyway, I think I'm going to use this little box. I got this at where did I get this? Dollar General, I think. And I'm going to use it in this. And then I found all this other odds and ends stuff that I'm going to use to make their house. And then I also have this shelf liner that is pretty easily removable that I'm going to use in here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and set the camera up on the tripod, and we're going to get started working on this little mouse house. My thinking is I'm going to use this gingham shelf liner as like wallpaper for the back of the box, and then I'm going to use the wood grain as the flooring. And then I'm also thinking of trying to make like an attic, like an open air attic, second level, to put the little crib in for the little mouse, the baby mouse. So I think the first step in this process is to put the shelf liner on the top of this lid. So for the sake of making this temporary I don't want to make this permanent right now. I'm going to use some of these glue dots to adhere the, oh my goodness, these things are really sticky. They're supposed to be removable, but man, they're sticky. I'm going to use some of these glue dots to adhere the wallpaper, quote unquote wallpaper, onto the box. All right, I'm going to do the same concept with the floor, and I'll bring you back when I have that all done. All right, so that looks really good with the floor. Now Olivia is going to, I could do it, but she's going to help me out, and she's going to do like a paint. She's going to paint this chest, but it's going to be just like a wash so that it looks like a stain. So she's going to do that next, and I will film her doing that while I am using this cardboard, and I'm going to figure out how to do a second level with it, and I'm going to cover this with some more of this wood grain shelf liner. So while she's working on that, I will be working on this, and then I will show you me assembling the attic floor when she's done painting this little chest. This chest is going to be the baby's crib. I'm going to somehow figure out how to keep the lid so that it's kind of halfway open. Olivia might have clues on that. And then I'm going to put the little mouse inside here. So I got the little platform cut out, and I have it covered on both sides with that shelf liner, that wooden shelf liner. And then I've got these corks. I bought a whole big bag of them at a garage sale one time, thinking that I could make some crafts out of them. And then I just never had any good ideas. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these corks together, and they'll be like the pillar. The pillar, I'll put one in each corner, one on each side and one in the middle for the platform to rest on. So it'll be like that. To adhere them to the case, I'm going to use a glue dot, but then to adhere the platform to it, I'm going to use hot glue. Makes it much more sturdy though. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get all the pillars on here and get the platform in place, and then I will bring you back. I'm going to run a bead of hot glue on the underside of here just to give it a little bit more stability. That's actually pretty sturdy. Kind of like that. Now, I went out yesterday and gathered up some twigs out of the yard, and we've been having some rain and snow and everything. So what I ended up doing is running these sticks through my dehydrator, just one cycle, to get them nice and dried out. And I'm going to use those to make to cover the edge of this, and maybe make a small railing on either side. Done. Kind of rustic looking, which is what I wanted. A lot of glue strings that I gotta get rid of. So now they need a way to get up to the loft. So I'm going to make a ladder out of twigs. Done. I just have it leaning up against there because that way I can either move it. I can move from this side to this side if I want to. I think it's going to permanently stay on this side though. And then I got the little chest up here that Olivia painted for me. I'm going to go ahead and fill that with some raffia and then put the little baby mouse in there. Next, I'm going to make a fireplace for the little mice. I'm going to use a piece of this remnant of linoleum that looks like rock as the back of the fireplace, and then I'm going to use this piece of wood, I got this at Dollar General, as the bottom of the fireplace. And I'll probably put a little bit of this in the middle too, where they would actually build the fire. So for the fire, I'm going to use a tea light, but I don't want it to look like a tea light. So I've got some orange and yellow felt, and I'm going to make like a little ring to go around it. so that it looks like, so it's covering up the tea light and it looks like a fire. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we'll see. Another little detail I'm going to put onto this fireplace is I'm going to take a Sharpie marker and color in this white edge that's where the cut edge from that linoleum, just so that it kind of blends in. I'm not going to worry about doing anything with the back because you're not going to be able to see that anyway. And I'd really like to put some stones around the front of it, but I've discovered that hot glue does not stick to polished stones. So I'm not going to be able to do that unless I can figure something else out. I don't know. Maybe I could take some more of this linoleum and wrap it around the edge. I don't know. I may not go to that detail with it. I decided to move the ladder kind of up on the ledge of the outer rim of this just to give them a little bit more floor space inside. And then back there, I don't know if you can see, back here, I thought that would make a perfect spot for like a little kitchen for the mama mouse. So I'm going to take another piece of cardboard, cover it with some more of the wood grain shelf liner, and make her a little cupboard shelf right there. And then I'm going to use the glue dots to hold it in place. So then back in on the little shelf back there, I'm just going to put a variety of things. I took some of the little canned goods out of my other little village, and I'm going to put those back there, and I'm going to use the glue dots to glue those in place. And then I've got some of these little frying pans that, I don't know, Scott brought them home from work. Somebody he worked with used to do like crafts with them. So I've got two of these like plain ones, and then I've got one that they painted black and put little, looks like eggs in it. So I'm going to use those. And then I took this out of that little mouse village I have. It's like a little milk jug. And then I'm going to also put a couple of pine cones and a fake acorn, and so that's all their little food storage back there. The pans, I'm just going to set them here. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dark in there. And then I'll put the pan with the eggs right there, and then let me get the glue dots on these, and then I'll place them. So as you can see, I added a small strand of Christmas lights around here. I think eventually I might get some of those fairy lights just because they're smaller, but this is what I had for now. So I've got those. It's just to light it up because these dioramas can be quite shaded and shadowed in the back. So there's the pantry. Got it all set up. And most of those things are glue dotted down. I did hot glue the acorns and the pine cones. And okay, I got the ladder there. So now what I'm going to work on is for the kids' bedroom. Olivia gave me one of these playing cards. She had 2 decks of these Alice in Wonderland playing cards. So she uses one deck for crafting with. And I'm going to cut out this image, and as you can see, it's an image of a mouse swimming. And I'm going to put some jute twine around it to make a frame, and I'm going to hang it on the kids' bedroom wall. And then I'm going to take this little container, minus the lid, and I'm going to wrap jute twine all the way around that, and it's going to be the toy box for the kids' bedroom. So that's what I'm going to work on next. I decided to try glue dots on this to wrap the twine on, because this twine is so thin that I burnt myself really bad on that glue gun. So I thought I would get the twine on here with the glue dots and then maybe come back in after and put some hot glue here and there to hold it in place. That's my thought on the matter, because I'm tired of getting burned for sure. These glue dots seem to be working pretty good, actually. Okay, so I have the toy box done, and I ended up putting some of that shelf liner on the bottom, like double-sided, so you can see like wood from both sides. And the little toys that I'm going to put in it, I'm going to put in a wicker ball. I'm going to put in another little teddy bear. Olivia found these 2 little cat, they used to be buttons, but those are going to be little cat toys. She said it'd be kind of like them having a monster toy because of the mice having a cat toy. And then this is a little hamster that Olivia had crocheted a long time ago. I don't even know what it was all for, but she said I could have it as a little stuffed animal for the little basket of toys. So that's going to go up in the kids' bedroom. There we go. Perfect. The last thing I'm going to do tonight, which is like the main finishing touch on it, is I'm going to make them a table. Now tomorrow, because it's getting kind of late tonight, I don't feel like finishing it tonight. Plus I'm waiting for some things to come in Amazon that's supposed to come tomorrow. I'm going to decorate it for Christmas. But for now, I just want to do their last little piece of furniture, and that's going to be a table. And I have these 2 wooden spools. I'm going to glue those together for the base of the table, and then I'm going to trace out of cardboard this size circle and cover it with that wood contact paper. I was going to use this button as the tabletop, but it doesn't look right. It looks silly to have such a small top on such a tall base. So that's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to be done with it for tonight. make it sturdier and steadier, because this is kind of like topsy-turvy a little bit, I've got the lid from that little container that I used for the toy box, and I'm going to glue that onto there, and then that way it can sit on that, and it won't topple over so much, and this will not really be seen too terribly much. Alright, the last final touch, I've got this little doily, which almost makes a perfect little tablecloth. Put that there. And then I took one of the little Bibles. I had two in the other mouse diorama village, whatever you want to call it. So I took one out. We're going to have a Bible there, because every family home needs a Bible. And then a stack of cards. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's the Queen of Hearts. These are Olivia's little cards, and she just glued them together for me. And I'm just going to set those on the table so they can read and play a game. That is it for tonight. Like I said, tomorrow when my Amazon order gets here, if it gets here tomorrow, I will decorate their house for Christmas. I may have to actually take the table out, because that's where I'm going to put the tree. They may not have a table at Christmas time, because otherwise there's no room in here for a tree. But we will see. We will see what we can do. But I think it just turned out so cute. And see the tea light on that flickers like a fire. And her little pantry back in there turned out so cute. And then she's even got a potted plant on her windowsill. So yeah, turned out so cute. I put a button on the back wall there. I'm very happy with how this has turned out, and I can't wait to decorate it for Christmas. It is the next day, and my Amazon order finally came. I didn't think it was going to, but it finally did. And it's dark, but I want to get this finished. So what I ordered, and I'm going to be using these throughout my decor, not just for this project, but I picked up some of these little miniature wreaths. I thought about making my own wreaths, but I couldn't find the materials that I needed, so I thought, I'll just buy them. Be easier in the long run. And then the other thing I bought were these little miniature, it's like a garland that looks like little mini light bulbs. They don't light up, they're not electrified or anything. And then what else I'm going to use is this. I got this at Dollar General, I think. No, I got this at Dollar Tree, actually. Got this at Dollar Tree. And then I have a bottle brush tree. I just have been collecting these for years, and I got a bunch of them. And then I've got some cotton. I actually got this out of the top of a bottle of vitamins. And a twist tie. So let's go ahead and make this house over and make it Christmassy. And I'm also going to be adhering a lot of this stuff with these glue dots, but I do have my hot glue gun going just in case. probably end up leaving these berries on here all the time. And I tried to make the table fit, but it just won't fit. So they had to put their table in storage and we're using the tablecloth as a tree skirt. And we've got our wreaths and they're all ready for Christmas. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this placed where I'm going to keep it and display it this year, and I will show you the final product. There it is, friends. It's out here. Now my other mouse village is still looking like fall, but they've got some neighbors upstairs now, and it's Christmas upstairs. But very soon it'll be Christmas down here as well, and I will be doing a separate video transforming this to Christmas. I think this turned out so cute. I absolutely love it, and had so much fun. I told Olivia I haven't had this much fun in a very, very long time creating this. I love it. I love it. Alright friends, that's it for this video. I know it's going to be a kind of a long one. It's going to be a nightmare to edit. I know that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. And we'll talk to you later. Bye friends.